Hi everybody. Today I wanted to talk about comic conventions. The government has been shutting down a lot of stuff because of the pandemic, and one of the things I really miss is the Comic Cons that have had to shut down. And that was one of the things that I was looking forward to most this year, is just seeing all that. If you are missing comic conventions, I wanted to share some books that might kind of at least fill the void a little bit. Some of the things that my favorite things about comic conventions are just walking the walking the floor and seeing all the vendors and doing photo ops and doing the panels. They're just so fun, and you get into the nerd culture, and it's just something that I really enjoy doing. So, if you're missing comic conventions, here are some books that might help make it a little better. And it is the Ashley Poston series, Once Upon a Con series. The first two books are out, and the third book, The Bookish and the Beast, is coming out in a couple weeks. So the first book is a retelling of Cinderella, and it's about a girl whose dad makes or helps found a comic convention, kind of like for Star Trek, and she ends up falling for an actor who is playing a kind of a rebooted a reboot of that series. It's so good, and if you haven't read it, you have to read it. It has so many nods to nerd culture, and it makes my little nerd heart happy. The second book is The Princess and the Fangirl, and it's about one of the other actresses in the reboot of that series, and she's just not into this fandom nerd culture, and there is a girl who is, and they switch places because they look alike, to find out a mystery of who leaked a script, and it's just super cute. That I really liked it. And the third book, which I was very happy to be able to get a advanced reader copy, is about a girl called Rosie Thorns, and she ends up cataloging a library for a guy named Vance Raines, who is also on that reboot of that series. And they get to know each other, but his reputation out in media is of a beast. He's just not the nicest guy, but they get to know each other. And this is such a cute story. There's the little doggy. So, yeah. So, this book is pretty much a retelling of Cinderella, but with just so much nerd culture put in. This book takes place over 3 days of a convention. So if you want a book more with convention, photo ops, meeting people, places, this one. And the third book, although that it doesn't take place at a convention, there is a lot of talk about the convention, about the fandoms that are there. There are so many just not little nods to nerdy stuff that I really liked. And the biggest thing that I liked about this was because she's cataloging a library, you can really see the love of books in this. And one of the things too that I didn't realize until going to comic conventions is that there are a lot of booksellers and independent books, self-published book authors there, which are very interesting to read, and I've got to go to a couple of those panels, which is really interesting. So, have this on your radar. I believe this book is coming out August 4th, so just in a few weeks. So keep this on your radar, because if you enjoyed the first two books or enjoy Beauty and the Beast retellings, you have to read this book because it is really good. And I would say it's probably my second favorite after Geekerella. So Geekerella is a retelling of Cinderella. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and this is a retelling of the Prince and the Pauper. So there's that. There. So there are some books to fill your Comic Con convention heart. If there are any others, let me know in the comments below, because I am really missing going to comic conventions. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video. Keep the book Bookish and the Beast in your radar within the next couple weeks, and I will see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.